All right, so this is the same topic that we have learned in the ninth grade, and it was a very easy topic then. If you know what is x, if you know what is y, you thought you were a lion. So here it is not like that. It's little more than that. So coordinate geometry is basically about address, getting the address or pointing out the location, which location we are. Now, Google Maps, all these work on based on this coordinates. Different, they use little more advanced and sophisticated things, but the point is the same. You can locate the address using some numbers or letters. So that's what it is. Now, if we have, suppose, if this is a street and this is, I don't know whose house, who's not attending today. Okay, person A's house. Okay, so now if I say his school is 400 meters, so I'm writing plus 400, and if say some playground or something, it is minus 300. So we know the distance from A to that point B and A to the point C, and because if we travel on the right side of A, we take it as positive, and if we travel on the left hand side, we can say it is negative. So immediately we can say, okay, what's this? If I say you, where is minus 500? The address is minus 500. You can immediately conclude that it is left of the point A, 500 meters left from A. Now this is traveling in one axis, just one axis, and one axis means how many directions? Two directions. Okay. Now, the one we studied, okay, I will give an example. So you can just check your room and where this walls or floor are meeting. So that line, that edge, that is one dimension. That is single dimension, the straight line. Anywhere, any face, it's everywhere. You can see in front, bottom, it's same thing. Probably you don't have round homes. It's not a designer room or something like that. So now that is one dimension. One dimension. Now if I have this is okay, I will draw it. So suppose this is again the person A, or I will write O here because it represents origin, the starting point. So if I want to reach to this point, so I need to travel plus 500 right of this, and then maybe plus 400. That's how I reach to this point. So first we take the horizontal axis, the x-axis. It's called x-axis. We name it x-axis. It's not called by birth, it's not, it's just we assume that to be the case. This is y-axis, minus y, minus y. Now this coordinate is denoted by x comma y. First we write the horizontal axis value, then we write the vertical axis value, because both the values are right and north, so both are positive, and therefore we can write 500 comma 400. Okay. Now what would be the coordinate of this point? Anyone? What would the address of this point C? Anyone? Point C. Yes, Daksh.
Minus x and y coordinate.
Okay, so minus x and y, but what would be the values? Okay, I'm not given that. So this is 400 minus 400 and this is 300. So this is minus 400. Okay, you couldn't tell for that reason. So minus 400 comma plus 300. Navin, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So then tell me this value of D. Navin, tell me this coordinate D. You can assume it is 100 meters. Okay, one box is 100-meter side length.
Sir, is it minus 300 comma
Minus 300 minus 300 comma minus 300. Both are minus.
yes?
Yes, because we traveled left of the origin and south of the origin. So it's both going to be negative. Now these are divided in 4 parts which are called quadrants. So this is first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant, and you can decide like which is plus x is, where x is plus and where y is plus and negative. So this is what we have. Now this is in 2 axes. We use 2 axes, right? One is the north south axis, one is the left right axis. So 2 axis, it is called 2 dimension, 2D, and it is also known as Cartesian plane, based on the mathematician Descartes. It is known as Cartesian plane, also commonly understood as XY plane. It is the same thing, just the name is Cartesian plane. All right. Now, what does this represent? So, in the first case, we saw it was a straight line, right? It was a straight line. But what is a two-dimensional this thing? It is a plane, and plane means it's an area, right? Now you can consider, the wall in front of you. So if you have to reach to the center of the wall from the corner of your room, that wall's corner somewhere down. So first you have to come right, and then you have to move up, right? So travel some distance on the x-axis, travel some distance on the y-axis. Is that okay? All right. Important part is this is 2 dimension, and that is basically the area. Each of these points, they would make eventually, this is the plane, so they would make constitute the area of this. Now shall we go further? 3 dimension. It's not there in your syllabus, but I feel it is kind of interesting. I would just introduce that. So now you saw one edge of your room, you also saw your wall of that room. But now if you have to mark a point that is outside of the wall, it's not on the edge, it's not on the wall, not 1 dimension, not 2 dimension. Now it is out of the wall, just like the fan hanging, or maybe you are sitting. So you are not surely on the wall, right? You are outside of the wall. So that is going to be the third axis, that is the z axis. Make sense? Okay. Now I will not discuss that further, but that's what we have. 6 directions and 3 axes. So that is 3D. So this is what 3D is, 3D. A lot of talk about 3D. This is 3D, okay? And this, of course, you'll be studying in future grades if you so decide to pursue math. I don't know about that. So we are done with the basic introduction part. Now we have 2 formulas, basic formulas in this, and first is distance formula. Second is the section formula. The area formula is removed from syllabus, so we'll not discuss that. So let us continue with the distance formula. So we have, this is maybe 4 units and this is maybe 3 units. So can we find the distance between O and A? O and A. Can we find the distance? Yes or no? Yes. How, Daksh?
By comparing the x and y coordinates of that point.
Could you repeat? Daksh, could you repeat that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. By using distance formula.
No, that is, we are not yet reached there. How to find? Okay, hint. This is. What else? Daksh, you're saying something.
By comparing the x and y coordinate of x and
I am
y
asking. I am asking what is the distance of O to A? What you will compare? Nothing to compare here. Anyone else? Naveen, you are also nodding your head. Have you tried?
Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem.
Okay. So this would be 5 using Pythagoras theorem. But you can see these examples. It's easy. I mean, this is 3, this is 4, this is 8, this is 6. So this would be 10. You can get the triplets and you can get that. Now, what if we had something like this? Then what to do? So how to find this distance? Don't see the solutions. Okay, what to do about this? How to find PQ distance? Anyone want to try? Yes, Naveen.
Sir, again using Pythagoras theorem.
Okay, tell me how.
PQ square equal to PT square plus QT square.
That is true. What else?
So equal to 2 square plus 2 square is equal to.
How 2 square? Where is 2 square? How did you find 2? Anyone else? What would be the length of PT? What would be the length of QT?
Sir, length of PT and QT is 2. Sir.
How?
That's why we,
How? That's the question. No. Daksh, you want to try?
6 minus 4 is equals to 2.
Which 6? Which 6 and which 4?
The PT line are parallel to the RS line, which lies
Okay.
on 4.
Okay, so this T is corresponding to the S and P is corresponding to the 4, R. So 6 minus 4 on the horizontal axis. So horizontally, horizontal travel was PT. So it is same as RS. So R to S is 2 units, 2 square. Similarly, T to Q, the travel is 2 units because it is 6 to 8. Now these are perfect squares, okay? So no need to get confused with that. So T is going to be 6 and this is going to be 8. So 8 minus this is also 2, 2 square. That is 2, 4, 8 to root 2, okay? Is that okay, Vanya? So what do we understand from here is the distance formula. You can do it for all others. So can anyone tell me what is going to be the x and y coordinates for the t? X and y coordinate for the t. Yes, Naveen.
Sir, the coordinate for t is 6, 6.
Okay, for that it was true, but tell me for this. You're right. I mean, you're absolutely right. But it's not 6. It is something else. Or maybe your screen didn't load till now. There might be an issue. Yeah. What is the t coordinate? x1, y1, x2, y2. Or if you want to have any other name. Okay, what would be the s value? Can anyone tell? X value of s, x coordinate of s. Yes, Daksh.
X and 0.
Huh? X and 0? Where is that?
X comma 0.
Of course, it would be x comma 0, but what's the x value? That is correct. X comma 0 because y is 0. But what is x? I am asking from this x1, x2, y1, y2. What would be that value of x? x2. That's going to be x2. Because q is x2. Q's value of x is x2. So q is going to give us the x2 value for s. And same for t also, right? x2 only. X coordinate is going to be x2 only. Same as y. Vanya, is that okay? Alright. Now can anyone tell what is going to be the y coordinate of t with a similar logic? Yes, Vanya.
Sir, it would be y1.
y1. Very good. So this is the height y1 of p and t. So p's value was y1 till this what to name this? A, okay. A point. So height was y1. So 0 comma minus 1 because x is 0. So x comma y 0 comma y1. These are the coordinates. So now we can find what is going to be pt and what is going to be qt. So pt square plus qt square is equal to pq square. We are deriving the distance formula. pt is what? p to t is x2 minus x1. The difference of x2 and x1, that is snr. x2 minus x1. Just check the coordinates of x. See, if it is just horizontal travel, we're talking about p to t. So p to t, no vertical travel is there. So just focus on x, the difference of x coordinates, 6 minus 4 like that. And qt would be the difference of y axis, y coordinates. So qt. So q was having y2, the vertical value, and t had the vertical value of y1. So square root of this, that is the pq distance. Okay. So if p point was x1 y1, q point was x2 y2, this formula is for the distance between the points. Okay. All right. Probably okay. We'll do a few questions. You'll get it a lot better. Hope you are noted the formula right. 7.1 first question. So I will do that for you. P point is 2 comma 3, Q point is 4 comma 1. This is x1 y1, x2 y2. Well, initially you can write like this, it would help you. So PQ distance is square root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, which gives x2 minus x1 4 minus 2, y2 minus y1 is y2 minus 1 minus 3 square. So 2 square plus minus 2 whole square, which essentially would be the same thing, but we'll write whatever we are getting. So PQ is 2 root 2. Try the second part. Any doubts? Try the second one. Yes, Daksh.
Using the distance formula, we have x1 minus 5, y1 7, x2 minus 1,
Tell me the
and
answer.
y
Tell me the answer.
okay 4 root 2 or root 32. Root 32 or 4 root 2.
Anyone else would like to vouch for Daksh? One day you are done?
Yes, I'm done. I got the answer 4 root 2.
Naveen, you are done?
Got your answer. Yes, sir. I got root 32. Or 4
Root?
32.
Okay. So this distance formula is going to be a tool for you, and now with this tool you can check whether four vertices are given, 4 points are given, it would form a square or not, it would form a parallelogram or not, whether that would be an isosceles triangle, equilateral triangle or not. So this would act as a tool. You can make use of that and then find these things. Okay, so let's try the fourth one. You can Again, one thing, geometry, although that should be done for every question of math, but specifically geometry must draw a rough sketch, mark everything. Very important. Draw and mark. Yes, Daksh.
Sir, yes, it is a isosceles triangle because um, AB is equals to BC
Okay.
using
So
this.
assuming you took this A, this SB, and this SC. What are the length of AB and BC? Just tell us.
AB is root 5, BC is root 5, and AC is root 20.
Which is 2 root 5. Okay. But it doesn't really matter. Important was two sides are equal. Done? Naveen, Vanya? Naveen, you're done?
So I'm almost done.
What you trying?
Yes, I'm checking.
Meanwhile, others can think about the third question. Naveen, you let me know once you had completed.
So I completed.
You're done?
Yes.
Got the value?
Yes. AB is equal to, and BC is equal to root 37, and CA is equal to 2. So
Could you repeat? Could you repeat?
AB and BC is equal to root 37, and
Root
CA is,
37.
yes, sir.
Okay, that is catastrophic. How is that? Okay, tell me the values. How did you find that? AB. So A is 5 minus 2 and B is 6 comma 4. So tell me the values that you used further. Yes, what's the AB?
Sir, I took
Huh.
AB is equal to root of 5 minus 6 the whole square plus minus 2
5,
minus
5,
minus 6 whole square.
why 5 minus 6?
X1 and X2. So
So what's the formula? First thing is formula is x2 minus x1. But now, although it doesn't really matter because you're getting it squared, but write it correctly, okay? Don't confuse yourself and the person in front who is checking. So next,
so plus minus 2
minus 4.
yes minus 2 minus 4 the whole square is equal to root of minus 1 square plus minus 6 whole square.
So 1 plus 36 is 37. I don't know how others got root 2, root 5. Daksh, how did you get root 5? You took this 4 minus 2 as 4 minus 2. I mean, minus, it should be 4 minus of minus 2, right? Vanya, what did you get?
So I got root 37 and root 37 for AB and BC, and then
So
for
why
CA I got 2.
why didn't you stop us? We were Daksh answered it, did it wrong. Okay, Daksh, got your mistake? Not yet. It is y2 minus y1, so it would be 4 minus minus 2, not just 4 minus 2. ठीक है? Okay. Now let's come to this third question. It is about collinear. Now this is, although you know the concept, but you know how to do it exactly is a little new, probably a little new. So here, if A, B, C are collinear, what does that mean? That means if we add the distance of AB and BC, we should get AC. If they were in straight line, this should be the case. When are they not equal? In which case this would not be equal? Anyone remembers any properties, anything? Okay, not equal means maybe greater than. Okay, this is greater than. What happens? Probably it should give you a clue. Two sides are greater than the third side. No. In a triangle, the sum of two sides is greater than the third side. Okay. So if it is equal, exactly equal, then it would be collinear. If that's not the case, they are not going to be collinear, and they would form a triangle. So let us see. Just give it a try. Check ABC. Last question. No, not last question. Maybe one, two more. Let me know the values if you get, AB, BC, AB, AC.
Sir, I found one value for AB.
Okay, you try all the three, then we'll discuss.
Okay.
Sir, I got all the values.
Tell me if you
Sir,
wish to.
for AB, the value is root 5. For BC, we are getting root 212, and for CA, we are getting root 265. So AB plus BC is not equals to CA, so this won't be collinear.
AC was
AC was root 265.
root 265. Okay. Are you 100% sure that this square root would eventually not add up to this? You're not really sure. Okay. Let others try this and then we'll discuss. Okay, everyone pay attention. So you can complete that later. See, whatever you get, the important part is to get the square root. So I'm sharing you a small tip if I have not shared. Very important. If you want to get the square root of these things, root 5, these things, so what we do is, I will take one example, 104. So first thing I have to take is to take the, everyone pay attention here, we have to take the most closest perfect square to 104, that is 100, and then write the square root of that, 10. So we also know that, and I mean 104 is basically, it should be 10 point something, na? So 10 is the first. Next, plus the difference of 104 and 100, that is 4. Difference divided by 2. 2 is always going to be there for every values we take. So 4, 2, and again this 10. So 10, the perfect square root, 10 plus 4 is the difference, divided by 2, always there, into 2, this perfect square. Now if you solve this, 10 plus 4 by 20, that is 10 plus 0.5. This is the approximate closest value for root of 114. Okay, let's try these values now, 265 and all. If it is correct, I am not sure, but we'll give it a try. So 265 is the closest value. 225, I suppose 15 square. 225 is 15 square, and 16 would be, what is 16 square? 36, 286, 256. Okay, 256. 256 is the closest. 16 square. Is that okay? 256. So 16 plus. What is the difference? 9 is the difference. 2 is always there, and again 16. So 16 plus 9 by 32. Now that is far better than, taking the square root of that separately, and you can solve this as approximately 3.3. Yeah, approximately 0.3. So 16.3. So similarly, you can try other values and then see whether that's going to be equal or not. So you understood this square root thing. I mean, how to get the square root. Closest number, square root of that, plus difference, 2 always there, into again the square root of the perfect square. Okay, in that case, you can continue with this question yourself. I'm just sharing 1-2 things that you could try as homework. The concept is distance formula. You can apply it to a lot of other things. So the 6th question, if you note, name the type of quadrilateral which is formed by this. So if all the sides are equal, it would be a rhombus. If all the sides plus the diagonals are equal, it would be a square. If opposite sides are equal, it would be a parallelogram. If opposite sides and diagonals are equal, it would be a rectangle. Note if you want to. This is the properties of different triangles. Shall I repeat? Anyone wants to write? Or you know? Probably you know. So we'll continue with distance formula in the next class. We will do some more little challenging questions for this, and we'll see you next time. Okay, any doubts anyone has? No doubts. Okay, we'll continue next time. Bye everyone, and for those who didn't attend,
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
okay, bye. Yeah,
Good evening, sir. Have a
yeah,
great day.
bye Daksh.